So, good afternoon, brothers. So, I think this was the quote where I stopped last. Uh, yeah. Sarva, yeah, correct. That is here. That's right. Thank you. Very nice. The Torah. We all know what is Torah. There is a Jewish law. Uh, the first 5 books of the Bible, known as Torah, the laws, in other words, instructions, they dwell on relationships. By this time, you must have known, you have understood to be in relationship means that is mostly mutualistic. Yeah, that you must have understood that. Because whole day we have been talking about that. So mutualism is very, very important here. That would be the balanced view on how to relate with our own brothers, even with the other parts of non-human nature. I think mutualistic relations would be excellent. So Torah speaks about these 3 again: God, human, creation. That's it. Mahatma Gandhi has a word for it, Sarvodaya. Sarva means all. Udaya means welfare. Welfare of all, or upliftment of all. You can achieve it only through mutualism. There is no other path. There is no other shortcut. Only way mutualistic. Everybody should flourish. Let live. You live and let live. Our motto. Live, let live. Yes. That is mutualism. Paragraph number 68. They really go to, I think, to the extended to animals and also non-living factors, actually, abiotic factors. So far we have been discussing Bible is not only about humans, Bible is also about other creatures like animals, birds, fishes, and so on. Not only that, Bible is also about soil, water, the non-living components. So that is where we are going to concentrate this afternoon. Because we never consider that stones have any value. Yeah. In fact, stones have all the value you can imagine. But in our mental frame, all the time, because value is not associated to stones. That's why we discard them. We treat them as nothing. But in fact, everything comes from stones. When you know that fact, you treat stones with respect. Yeah, stones, everything, soil come from stones, basically. It is known as the process is known as the weathering of the soil. Weathering of the rocks. Weathering of the rocks. That is what makes soil. Yeah. Weathering means wind, water, and the roots of the plants. They can break the stones also. And even our beautiful small little creatures, ants, they walk millions of times on the stones. Slowly they chip the small particles. Soil is made by these wonderful creatures. Yes. Otherwise there is no soil. If I give you a stone and if I ask you to make soil, you can never make soil. Never ever. Even with the latest technology, you bring a machine grind it, you won't make soil. You can make the finest powder. Yeah, even today people make M sand. Any amount, small, bigger, or small, even small like cement we can make. But we can't make soil. We can make sand, yes. Sand, yes. Soil, no. Difference between soil and sand is soil is living, the microscopic bacteria, packed with life. So humans can never ever make with all your technology. Only nature can make. So if stones don't allow to be made, soil to be made, what would you do? That is the foundation of all life on earth. At last, we are eating stones every day. Yes. We are eating little bit of stones, little bit of the sun, little bit of the poison, carbon dioxide. That is what we are eating. On our plate, that is what we have. Yes. And water, yeah. This is our food. So, stones symbolize the passion, death, and resurrection. Yeah. They allow to be influenced by that nuclear passion. I called it already passion. The weathering, the process of the weathering of the rock is passion death for the rock. Resurrection is soil. So then you put seeds. Yeah, the grain of wheat falls to the ground and goes through the same process, passion death, and dies. And it produces wheat, resurrection. So this is how things go on. So when you see the stones, really, it's unbelievable, unbelievable. Didn't Shakespeare call sermons and stones in the beginning? I gave you a quote, you remember? Tongues and trees, murmur in running waters, sermons and stones, good in everything, I will not change it. That's a quote by William Shakespeare. Sermons and stones. Today you don't have to have any books, only one stone. Take it and make a powder out of it and put it in a computer, and then you read the biography of the earth. Biography of the earth. Yeah, unbelievable. You know the stone here in Bangalore, in Lal Bagh? Lal Bagh in Bangalore, you must have gone many times, but one of the greatest sacraments of the world we are having in Lal Bagh. Yeah, one of the greatest miracles. It is a sacrament, that is what it is written there. Sacrament. Yeah. That big rock at the edge, you know, there is a small temple also. So that big rock, you know what it is? It is called Peninsular Gneiss or Gneiss. It's a metamorphic rock from 3.8 billion years old. Yeah. It is a metamorphic rock. Today, that rock, you should put a glass cover and save it like a tabernacle inside. But you go and see there, so much of vandalism going on. And also you see the whole board there. It's a sacrament, it's written there. And it is 3.8 billion years old. You go there and touch and see that. Yeah. It's amazing piece of art. Earth has made it. If that stone, that amount, if America have that piece, that size, they will put it in a big vault. 24 hours surveillance cameras will be watching. It is better than any gold or silver or a diamond. 3.8 billion rock. Just go there and stand. How humble it is. Humility. It has the story of the planet Earth incorporated in its particles. Yeah. In its crystals. You can see the stripes because it is a metamorphic rock. You know, the last day I will give you a little more insights on rocks. There are only igneous, metamorphic and sedimentary, only 3 rocks there. So this rock is a metamorphic. Metamorphic means marble, marble. This is not marble. This is tiles. Humans are made that. No, this is not. So the marble that is peninsular gneiss. That is the. So if you have time, take a moment, go there with reverence. You go and just say hi, how are you? 3.8 million, remember that. When microorganisms appeared on this earth, that is the time that rock was formed. It was under the earth. When erosion took place, all the mud was taken away and the gneiss was revealed. It is top on a mountain. Maybe there is a mountain underneath. Maybe it's the top of the mountain that rock there alive, no? But if you dig and see, I don't know how far it is going, but on the top you can get a glimpse of it. If you allow erosion to take place, the whole mountain will be revealed. One day it will be a big mountain. People will be probably from half a kilometer down, we will be looking at rock. That is how mountains are unraveled. So they have value. They have value. How much soil it has produced in Bangalore? Just imagine how much soil. And it is balancing the weather now. The heat produces the hot air, so it goes up, condenses with the cold air, forms rain clouds. So it helps hydrologic cycle to flourish. Look at that.
In the Bible, told on the relationship, not only among individuals, but also with other living beings. You shall not see your brother donkey or his ox fallen down by the way and withhold your help. If you chance to come upon a bird's nest in any tree or on the ground, young ones or eggs on the mother sitting upon the young or upon the eggs. You shall not take the mothers with the young. All these same lines rest on the seventh day is meant not only for the human being but also so that your ox and your donkey may have rest. Clearly, the Bible has no place for a tyrannical anthropocentrism and concern for other creatures.
See, in the middle part, if you chance to come upon a bird's nest, you are walking, you see a bird's nest at the corner, in the tree. Mother is sitting, okay? There are 3 babies in the nest. So the Bible, see, taught even about that. So the Bible, there is ethics there. There is Torah, there is law there. So go and don't take the mother. Okay, little bit of parasitism here. This is a parasitic relationship. You can't avoid parasitism entirely. Remember that. Don't think, only mutualistic I was talking about means it is a utopia. It's very hard to arrive only mutualistic. There will be parasitic. There will be common system. Even among us, we can't eradicate food. So here, There is ethics teachers, you can be a parasite sometimes. We are eating meat, no? Non-vegetarian, etc. We can be parasites. There is no problem at all. So here you see, that is the thing. Even Bible teaches, it's okay to be a parasite sometimes for our own well-being, okay? So here, you see that, and then you don't take the mother. You can take the babies. You take them and you can eat them. Because mother can lay eggs again. Again it can hatch 3 or 4 chicks. So in that sense, because it is renewable, the babies will come. Again they have a chance of survival. So you can take the baby. That's why Bible is recommending. See, our sages have taught everything imaginable. It's unbelievable. This kind of teachings we can read in the Bible. So that is what I would like to tell you, that Bible is concerned about the natural world in every aspect, in every level, even birds, even fish, even pigeons, etc., etc. So, finished? Okay, good. 69. Please, next brother.
Together with our
Oh,
obligation.
Okay.
Together with our obligation to use the earth's goods responsibly, we are called to recognize that other living beings have a value of their own in God's eyes. By their mere existence, they bless Him and give Him glory, and indeed, the Lord rejoices in all His works. By virtue of our unique dignity and our gift of intelligence, we are to respect creation and its inherent laws, for the Lord by wisdom founded the earth. The Catechism clearly and forcefully criticizes disordered anthropocentrism. Each creature possesses its own particular goodness and perfection. Each of the various creatures, filled in its own being, reflects in its own way a ray of God's infinite wisdom and goodness. Man must therefore respect the particular goodness of every creature to avoid any disordered use of things.
That is beautiful. Church has written every aspect of, ethical aspect of the natural world. Okay? See, church, popes have done their duty perfectly. Yeah, perfect. Only one thing, we did not read. That's all. Our people, our leaders failed us. But Pope, it's okay. It's okay. But the popes have done their duty. Long time back it was written, but we never even know. Only today we are reading. I also read because of my interest in catechism. Just I want to find fault with the church. To be honest with you, did the church write all that? So I want to criticize church actually. So in that process I found, yes, they have done it. There is no room for criticism here. If you are telling church didn't talk about it, that means you are ignorant. You didn't look into the matter. So popes have done a marvelous job. Mother Church has provided all the resources so far, but only one thing we didn't know. That is an excuse now, we didn't know. Our leaders never taught us. But look at the words, how beautiful, catechism, how nicely they have written. Not only Bible encompasses the biotic and the biotic, our catechism is also the same way encompasses the biotic and the biotic world. So here my point is exclusively abiotic factors. The Bible talks about soil giving rest to the land. We call it, first of all, it calls a Sabbath. Then once in a week. And then comes sabbatical year. Once in 7 years, you give rest to the land. Weekly, one day you give rest, okay? Once in 7 years, 1 year rest you give to the soil. And then Jubilee year, 7 into 7, 49 years. Yeah, 3 years. The announcement, first year, celebration, second year, ending the third year. So, completely 3 years, you give rest to the soil. Actually, giving rest to the soil can regenerate soil. That is what today's research is telling. That's why even a farm dilapidated, all the resources, all the nutrients, like our land, the fertilizer and pesticide used land, it lost everything. People say we can't cultivate anymore. But you leave it for 3 years, even the poisoned land can come back, can revive. But the organic field, fantastic. For 3 years, it is a gold mine for the farmer. You know the nitrogen in the atmosphere, that is the most common element, you know that. So nitrogen, we are today, artificially we are making nitrogen-based fertilizers. But nitrogen is abundant in the atmosphere. There are plants, especially the weeds. That's why Jesus teaches, don't pull out the weeds. You remember that parable? They are telling, you sowed the crops, but the weeds also are popped up. What should we do? Shall we pull them out? But no, don't do that. You see, 2000 years ago, Jesus really knew the scientific side of everything, especially about the plant world. He knew that weeds can fix nitrogen. It is known as the nitrogen fixers. You know, the groundnut, all the bean family, they are nitrogen fixers. They have got a nitrogen fixation nodules in their roots, you know. Yeah, correct, exactly, that is the word. You pull the groundnuts and then you take the groundnuts out, but still you see there are groundnuts there. But they are not groundnuts. That is the state of the art chip, microchip, created by God Himself. And they have the power to tap nitrogen from the atmosphere directly, and they can charge to the soil and also to other plants. The big family is known as Fabaceae. The family name is Fabaceae. You know the grain tree, big tree? It belongs to the family Fabaceae. Because that tree can fix. Even if you dig the roots of that grain tree, you will find nitrogen fixation nodules. You know where one people say, come on, plant it? Fabaceae. Pungavaram? Fabaceae. Kurikalitavaram? Fabaceae. There are a lot of trees belonging to the family of Fabaceae which fix the nitrogen. That's what Jesus told you. Don't pull them out. Today, the agriculturalists, they say weeds are good for the land. But our farmers, we pull them out and we kill them. We don't have to. The crop may be less, but still your land will be fertile, in healthy condition. That's why our farmers say, you cultivate groundnuts, one crop, and then you cultivate paddy. So they don't need any input. But also, you know, we celebrated the year called International Year of Pulses in 2014 or 15. United Nations International Year of Pulses. So they were really promoting healthy eating habits in the world. They were telling peas, beans, and lentils. There are three types of beings, no? Pulses, 3 types of pulses. So they were recommending to the youngsters, give them pulses in order to come out of non-vegetarian habits. Non-vegetarian habits. You know, because discussion is going on right now on methane. Methane. You know, methane, very dangerous greenhouse gas. It is 22 times more potent than carbon dioxide. It is known as the global warming potential. That is the word. GWP, global warming potential. If I want to clarify still further, I would use the example of machine guns. Take for example, 1 molecule of carbon dioxide, if you can compare to 1 machine gun, methane molecule is 22 machine guns. 22. So it is unbelievable today. Volumes and volumes of tons of methane is being emitted into the atmosphere. You know why? Because of the non-vegetarian habits. In fact, in 2007, there was a campaign started in Taiwan known as the No Meat, No Eat. That was the campaign. Also, United Nations also after that. No meat, no eat. That was the campaign. So today, everybody agrees, even in COP26, non-vegetarian habits, we need to bring them down. You know what? 20% of the greenhouse gases is having now methane. 20% of the greenhouses are supplied by non-vegetarian habits. Yeah. If it is 5 or 10, we can close our eyes. 20%. That's why Vatican, first time in the history of the church, last year, it is the Peace and Justice Commission in Rome. It's a pontifical commission in Rome. They have a division called Dicastery for Integral Human Development, Peace and Justice Commission. Dicastery for Integral Human Development. They issued a statement. First time in the history of the church, they are recommending to all the followers of Christianity plant-based food. Plant-based food. Always United Nations come some 10 years ahead, and then Vatican comes after 10 years, no meat, no heat. Already past 15 years, 14 years. Now we agree now. Church wants to make sure that mistakes should not be made. I understand their responsibility. So it took for them 10 years at least to conclude, yes, let us issue a statement. Plant-based, first time based in the church. Church never talks 3 things: smoking, alcohol consumption, and meat consumption. Actually, in our culture, we hide and drink. It's there. Actually, we are supposed to hide and eat meat. Drink you can drink even on the table. I don't think we do that. Yeah. Only you are spoiling your health if you are drinking. But meat you are spoiling somebody's health. So actually, but this is glorified as if it's a big culture, eating meat, killing animals, displaying them on the market like a commodity. That's what we celebrate. Because the collective dysfunctionality. Because they are doing, we are doing. It's called dysfunctionality. Collective. When 8 billion people do, we think it is right. No, still it is not right. Ethically, I'm talking about. Still it is not right. So, only majority of the people do, we think it is right. Not really. There are a lot of people, there are a lot of things we need to put into our judgment in consciousness and find and make it, first of all, ethics. That is very important. But here already ethics is available from the Bible for not to abuse soil. Then why we abuse green revolution? Why we put, even still we put poison into the soil and kill the soil, microscopic bacteria, etc., etc. Why? And we are eating the same food. You are putting the same fertilizer inside your body. And we don't know what would happen, only because that technology is fairly new. And the impact we don't know, because there are no scientific papers shedding some light on genetically modified food habits. So today whatever you eat, 75% of the food come from genetically modified crops. Genes are changed and we are putting there. And already there are here and there some people warn, but there is not sufficient awareness. But the results are not really good, because the future generations will be affected by this kind of genetically modified food habits. Anyway, let us see soil. What does Bible say about the biology?
Similarly, every 7 years, a seventh year was set aside for Israel, a complete rest for the land. When sowing was forbidden and one happy to live what was necessary to live and to feed one's household. Finally, after 7 weeks of years, which is to say 49 years, the Jubilee was celebrated as a year of general forgiveness and liberty over the land of all its inhabitants.
This is very clear. Okay, continue. The law?
This law came about as an attempt to ensure balance and fairness in their relationships with others and with the land on which they live and work, were obliged to share its fruits, especially with the poor, with widows, orphans, and the foreigners in their midst. When you reap the harvest of your land, you shall not reap your field to its very border. Neither shall you gather the gallons after the harvest, and you shall not strip your vineyards dry. Neither shall you gather the fallen grapes of your vineyard. You shall leave them for the poor and for the sojourner.
Beautiful, it's very clear. Khalil Gibran puts it so beautifully. Nature wants to be friends with us. They want to touch us, caress us, they want to be with us. Some plants you see there, now when you walk, they want to touch you. They shake and touch you. We say, cut it and throw it. Anyway, beautiful quote. Forget not that the earth delights to feel your bare foot, and the winds long to play with your air. Can you imagine? Sun travels from almost 126 million miles, kilometers, 96 million miles. It takes 8 minutes to travel to the planet. And then throughout the day, his job is to go and touch everything. He can't touch from here, he touches from here. He can't touch from there, some of them he touches from here. Completely he goes around and touches everything. And he goes and looks for the grain. Is it dry? How many days it's going to take? Okay, I'm going to touch in 3 days. He makes the grain dry. A small flower, insignificant flower, he makes it sure that it blossoms. Every air comes and touches if you go out. Caresses. Sun is the caress. Everything what you see is the caress of the sun. It's unbelievable. What a relationship God has created. Great. The water you drink Remember, this water came through every creature that lived before me. Dinosaurs drank the same water. I'm drinking the same water. 65 million years ago, dinosaurs shared the same water. The breath, Jesus, 33 years he breathed the same air and he exhaled again. The same air we are inhaling, exhaling. This is the mystery of creation. We never understand that. I want to sleep like a dinosaur. I don't know how they scream. Alright, this is a big paragraph. I will get my brother to read which we will.
Universe as a whole, in all its manifold relationships, shows forth the inexhaustible riches of God. St. Thomas Aquinas wisely noted that multiplicity and variety come from the intention of the first agent, who willed that what was wanting to one in the representation of the divine goodness might be supplied by another, inasmuch as God's goodness could not be represented fittingly by any one creature. Hence we need to grasp the variety of things in their multiple relationships. We understand better the importance and meaning of each creature if we contemplate it with the entirety of God's plan. As the Catechism teaches, God wills the interdependence of the creatures, the sun and the moon, the cedar and the little flower, the eagle and the sparrow, the spectacle of their countless diversities and inequalities tell us that no creature is self-sufficient. Creatures exist only in dependence on each other, to complete each other in the service of each other.
Wow, beautiful, beautiful. If the sight of the blue skies fills you with joy, if a blade of grass springing up in the fields has power to move you, if the simple things of nature have a message that you understand, rejoice, for your soul is alive. Now we come to Jesus Christ, very easy. You all know this, just I want to remind you. Birth of Jesus, God, humans, the whole of creation. We are going to celebrate in a month time, not even a month, yeah, they are more than a month. So, this is the mystery. All the three come together. And then Mark, chapter 1, 12, 13, Jesus goes to the desert. He was with the wild animals. Actually, 18 years, we don't know where Jesus was. 18 years. 12 years to 30. Missing years. So, I think he was learning all that ecology, geology, seeking wisdom, everything. Learning. I think I always believe 3 years he preached to humans. 18 years he preached to the rest of creation. 18 years. Yes. Preaching to creation is very important. That's why you could say, go and preach to the creation. Mark 16, 15. Go and preach to the creation. So he did that. So I firmly believe those 18 years spent in creation, he never excluded. Even going back to the desert ecosystem tells you something, because that ecosystem is impoverished, very well. All other ecosystems are rich. Only Palai. Is that impoverished, very poor ecosystem? That's why he goes there. He was there in the wilderness for 40 years. He didn't go to political life. He went to only Palai. And also, today geographically, we know that is the lowest point of the earth. You remember that? Dead Sea. So that environment, that is the lowest point on earth. Even geographically, even in GPS sense, today our GPS, global positioning system also is selected slave form. He became slave not only until the foot of the cross, also in geography where he was born, that birth environment is also very, very low. Yeah. The highest point is India, that, no, Everest. That is the top of the world. So John, you know very well, God so loved the world that he sent his son. Not God so loved humans, also humans. That is what word signifies. Good Shepherd yesterday, fantastic. Animals, humans, God, we are all together. Death of Jesus Christ, look at that. Eloi, Eloi, lama sabachthani. He calls his Father, and earthquake, thunder, all that, those things, they also suffered. Mary also suffered. The whole creation suffered. There is no fragmentation. God, human nature. That is the ultimate symbol of the Bible. Everything suffers. Resurrection. The whole creation experiences joy of resurrection. Look at that, Mary and the two and the worker. Early morning, you have to bring that temperatures, weather, sun is rising, sun is also witnessing to the resurrection. All the three come together. Ascension, yeah. At last we took him and told him goodbye, we will see you later. But still he is with us, we know that. John chapter 17:23. That is the excellent prayer to bring all the three together. That is what before the Passion Jesus prays during the Last Supper. See, three of them: God, humans, creation. Let us be together. That is the wish Jesus is expressing in this prayer. I in them and you in me, so that they may be brought to complete unity. That the world will know that you sent me and have loved them even as you have loved me. This is ultimate prayer for the whole of creation. Pope Francis is writing about Mary, the Queen of creation. Look at the picture. Mary is having the whole of creation. Stars, moon, etc. In fact, she is the Queen of creation. When you read Magnificat, Mary talks about three relationships there. God, the human, and the abiotic factors. She brings in there this. It's a beautiful, beautiful hymn. When you pray with the universe. This prayer has that ability to evoke a feeling that you are one with nature. That moment, it takes about 1 minute. 1 minute you are there. If you really read it with attention, you forget you are somewhere. You are lost in eternity that minute. That is the power that this prayer can have. Okay, next, brother, can you read 241? Okay, please, 241. What Pope Francis is writing? Okay, this is about Mary. Let us listen.
Mary, the mother who cared for Jesus, now cares with maternal affection and pain for this poor transfigured, she now lives with Jesus, and all creatures sings of her fairness. She is a woman clothed in the sun, with the moon under her feet, and on her neck a crown of 12 stars. Carried upon into heaven, she is a mother and queen of all creation. In her glorified body, together with the risen Christ, part of creation has reached the fullness of its beauty. She treasures the entire life of Jesus in her heart, and now understands the meaning of all things. Hence, we can ask her to enable us to look at this world with eyes of wisdom.
Very nice, very nice. This is the thing what I was talking about, the adoration. Pope Francis helps us to talk about adoration. 1 hour you can, when you go back to your houses, if you get a chance to conduct 1 hour of adoration, you take paragraph number 236. Okay? That it's about adoration. Fantastic, fantastic. You read it. Alright? Big paragraph. See here? 236. This is also 236. You've got enough resources to get through the adoration. And also top class. It's a 5-star adoration. Prepared by Holy Father himself. So enjoy that. Alright? Tom Hanks puts it, there is something basic about protecting land by taking it off the market. People should be able to enjoy where they live while at the same time protect the plants and animals around them. Yeah. Tom Hanks, the famous actor, no? Hollywood. He wants the land to take off from the market. Nobody can buy it, nobody can sell it anymore. He is rooting for that because he wants wherever you are born, stay there. That is your environment. Don't move. St. Louis de Montfort, I mean, he must have been Montfort, your founder must be very happy about the paragraph written of Mary, no? He was a great devotee of Mother Mary. He would have loved that paragraph written by Pope Francis on Blessed Virgin Mary. That paragraph is really beautiful. So he says God alone, he uses that word 150 times repeated. See, he is also, in his mind, he is very clear about these 3 relationships. All the founders, for that matter, all the founders of great congregations, they are very clear. That's why they founded congregations. They didn't waste all of it. If they didn't understand this concept, we are all waste. Yeah. But they understood that 3 relationships, perfect. That's why they would envision this kind of, they gave you this kind of mission. It's great. Thank God for that. So actually, Montfort, 3 relationships. Yeah, fidelity to the cross. Missionary zeal. If you ask Montfort today, if he comes, what about the abiotic factors? He would say, that is what missionary zeal is all about. Go and protect the land, mountains, protect people as well, and then give them better life, upliftment of all with the environment. He would have understood that. I think he would have not fragmented anything. He saw everything in union. Montfort's process of total consecration also depends on these 3 relationships. And everything is mutualistic. There is no parasitism here. So the chapter 3rd of Laudato Si talks about technology, the human roots of our ecological crisis. We discussed about that a little bit. The Pope is a very strong critic of technology. Technological dominion is critic. Technological service he promotes. So you have to differentiate there. See, anthropocentrism, the crisis and effects of modern anthropocentrism. You can read. I gave you all the necessary paragraphs, so you can read afterwards. Practical relativism, The need to protect employment, that is very important. Today everybody should have a job. That's why Mahatma Gandhi wrote, not mass production, but production by the masses of people. What a great writing. India is not concerned about mass production of things, but India is concerned about the production by masses of people with the hands. Yeah, you know that store, no? What is that store where they sell khadi craft. Everything is made through hands. So employment is very important. And new biological technologies. If you want to make doctorate, those last 130 to 136 paragraphs on genetically modified food, completely 6 paragraphs are full of GM technology. So you can take it and do doctorate. Okay. Integral ecology, the 4th chapter. These 2 chapters are judge. Okay. Forgot to tell you. Yesterday we saw C. Judge. Now Pope is telling very simple. You know very well. We were discussing about God somewhere. In the past. God is somewhere. Humans are somewhere. And creation is out. But now we have learned for the past 3-4 days, no, we are all in union one. So in the same way, both things, we have been doing the same mistake here. Nature, we thought outside of us, society is here, economy can go and plunder nature. Economy is also seen as outsider. That's why economy goes and plunders. But now Pope tells, it is an illusion. That separation is an illusion. Now, all the 3 are one. If you are plundering the nature, you are plundering yourself. The human life is not possible because you are plundering the very base, the nature. And if economy thinks I can plunder, if in society, if you allow that poverty, half of the people are living below poverty line, that is not right. Actually, economy, that is really should be banned because it caters only few people. So it has to be shared with everyone equally. Equity is an important factor to be noticed in the economy. Equity. So you should bring equity to society. So that's why he says here, where is the picture? See the picture here? First we saw environment is out, society is one round, economy is another round, ecology is another round, but now he has connected. This is Pope's encyclical's picture. Now he has connected, everything is linked, everything is in the environment, don't forget. Ecology also, inside environment, society also. So once you try to damage environment, you are damaging yourself. You are harming yourself. So that is called integral ecology. Human ecology, I already gave you lecture, that's enough. You know, Aram is the best. Okay, human ecology. Okay, here is the best quotes from 3 greatest star writers. If you want to become an ecologist, environmentalist, naturalist, philosopher, these are the 3 giant writers. Only by reading these people's writings you can be a well-renowned, alright? Yeah, world-renowned ecologist. There is no other word, only 3. Henry David Thoreau, John Muir, or Leopold. Henry David Thoreau was a guru for Mahatma Gandhi, the Indian economics, village economics. He developed with us after reading Henry David Thoreau. He's an American writer, all of them are American writers. Excellent. Those 3 authors, please make a note. First of all, don't take big book written by Henry David Thoreau and then try to read it. You won't understand it. The best place to start, brainy quotes of Henry David Thoreau. Start there. They are free. In the quotes by Henry David Thoreau, quotes by John Muir, quotes by Aldo Leopold. You start there. You will be stunned, stunned. Can you think like, oh my God? Stunned. This is the quality stuff I'm telling now. Quality. The highest quality, esteemed, highest point. This is the knowledge. There is no more ecologist or geologist, scientist more than these three people. These are the topmost writers of nature. All right. Edward O. Wilson, another biologist, he's an evolutionary biologist in Boston. He is my favorite. He is my mentor. That quote, you read it afterwards. All right. So at last, Garden of Eden restored. Chapter 21 of Revelation. That completes the Bible. Started off with the same setting. We end up, I am Alpha and the Omega, the first and the last, the beginning and the end. You remember, everybody is there. Whatever has been created, the biotic and abiotic world, everything is gathered there. Nothing is lost. Not even a small microscopic bacteria. Everything is accountable. Everything is present. To conclude, it's not only a God of Abraham, Moses, and Isaac, he is also a God of Sarah, Agar, and Ruth. Above all, he is also a God of creation and a God in creation. Checklist on the symbiotic relationships. That is what morning I wrote, symbiotic relationship. No? Can you build a Noah's Ark in your school to protect the endangered species of plants and animals, as Father Arul Raj on the top does? That is mutualism. All right. If you do that, you are supporting mutualism. As Jonah was sent to save Nineveh, do you feel that you are also sent to save creation? Yeah, maybe. Who knows? Some people are already interested in to do a lot of things. So it may be a common celestine. I mean, maybe nature gets benefit. You may not get a lot of benefit there, but only satisfaction inside. That is a benefit. Okay, peace, you get? So you can do that. Reread the Bible and identify some of the texts where these three vital relationships are celebrated. You know what? There are a lot of texts available in the Bible. I showed you only few. I am aware of them, that's it. But you may be aware of many others where these three things are celebrated. Identify those texts. Can you read the book of Job as a retreat resolution? So just you read book of Job, that is your resolution. Set apart a piece of land in your place or province that is refrained from human activity. I mean, if you have a land, 100 acres of land you have, 10 acres of land set aside, nothing going on. Just leave it. Even if you don't plant trees, doesn't matter. Just leave the land. That's it. For the slugs, for the insects, for the wildflowers, just leave it. So that place never be touched again. That is a conservation area, sanctuary, national park. All the words you can use. But keep that land, dedicate that land for nature. Where did humans go wrong? Make an examination of conscience. Where did we go wrong? In parasitism or competition? Where are we now? Are we in competition? And lose-lose? Or win-lose? What can we copy for our future survival? Alright? Brainy quotes, Henry David Thoreau, John Muir, all the way up. So that is your homework. You just today try. You will be happy that you tried. It's beautiful, beautiful. Thank you. I'm looking forward for a beautiful adoration. Okay, oh, sorry. I want to tell you before that, tomorrow, Brother George already